The Director General of the Teacher and Education Personnel, Ministry of Education and Culture, Indonesia, the Director of Semio Secretariat, the Director of Semio CTEP in Science, the Director of Semio CTEP in Mathematics, the President of the Institute for Promotion of Teaching, Science and Technology, Thailand, distinguished speaker, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a great honor for me to preside over your 2 days virtual conference. Please allow me to add my welcome and to say how pleased I am that we are all well and able to attend this conference. I'm impressed by the distinguished speakers and the timely topics that they are presenting to meet our current critical challenge caused by COVID-19. By sharing and learning from each other's experience, we will improve and meet our objective. Let me therefore praise and thank the organizer for their amazing achievement in this COVID environment. COVID-19 has catapulted the world into digitalization. When nation locked down and the imposed social distancing, people had to go online to meet their daily needs, to keep contact with their friends, abreast with news, to do their job and to be entertained. Systems had to be set up, devices installed, bureaucratic red tapes and legal system changed to accommodate. In short period of 6 months, changes that previously expected to take almost 3 to 5 years happened. Electronic signature become illegal, legally accepted. Virtual meeting become norm and also recognized. Leaders in every field had to participate. Even cabinet sometimes meetings are held online. Online become accepted and part of new normal. The pace will quicken. 5G is being installed. It is 10 to 100 times faster than 4G, and it will, among other things, make virtual reality and artificial intelligence commonly available. It is will dramatically change education. People are also learning and improving their experience. After school and college, university were locked down. The initial online teaching will follow by more engaging, active, and participative learning that add to some fun. Instant testing has identified weakness in learning and allowed teachers to respond to the point of course quickly, close the gap in learning. Digitalization has allowed us also to see the embark on much more opportunity for improving education as our diligently doing. To survive as a proper in the new era, one have to be digitally literate. The building block of digitalization in STEM, so everyone will need to have an understanding of STEM. Our mission is therefore to allow everyone to be knowledgeable in STEM. I am glad that you will be sharing your researches and experience about how to make STEM enjoyable, easier, and fun. You are also revealing how digitalization can augment learning. This will surely improve everyone's understanding and create new synergy. We will also need to reskill, upskill our teachers and education in STEM. They also need to become meaningful in the digital world. It may take 6 months to 1 year to transform each teacher. Each has to understand, then practice under coach or tutor, then monitor until proficient. Digital learning can help, but practices under supervision is still needed to change behavior and to develop a new skill. I would like also to see the operation of the school, colleges, university digitalized. It would simplify the work of the teachers and the head of school so that they can focus on developing the student and themselves. Therefore, looking forward to the future where there is no or almost no failure and almost students will pass with A and they will have meaningful and decent paid job. Once again, I would like to thank the organizer for bringing a most impressive group of educators who are digitally savvy to further our objective of strengthening STEM education in Southeast Asia region. With our basic STEM knowledge, kids will have limited opportunity to decent job. I have great pleasure to declare the conference open and which is very success. Thank you very much. I was previously Minister of Science and Technology for Thailand. Therefore, after my appointment as a Deputy Minister of Education, I wholeheartedly supported STEM education and also developing the thinking skill of Thai youth by learning coding. I think that's the word that I would emphasize, that learning coding in order to make them happier and more confident. So in 2019, I have introduced coding teaching as one of the urgent policy in Thai education is to develop people with 21st century skill in science, technology, engineering, mathematics, coding and foreign languages, and to teach kids how to code starting with primary school education. The quality of education in school in all sub-districts will also enhance it. The Ministry of Education started to teach and train teachers face-to-face at the end of 2019. Because of COVID, we had to move online and were able to train more than 150,000 teachers, and we will still continue to train more. Recognizing the importance of coding, Thai government created the National Committee for Coding. Coding is the essential language for everyone, for youth to adult. In 21st century, I often say that coding for all for coding. So this is the number of teachers who have registered for coding for teacher and completed 145 teachers. But anyway, the Institute for the Promotion of Teaching on Science and Technology, or IPST of Thailand, had already prepared syllabus for Form 1 to 12, including teaching script and tools. This is very fortunate that we can go even further, improve the learning of coding in Thailand. When the country locked down, they were able to move the platform online for teachers and learners to learn everywhere and anytime, anywhere at all. We were able to train more than 150,000 people. Coding, actually, we were recognized that easy for students to learn coding. What is coding? So we will equip C as creative thinking, and O for organized thinking, D digital literacy, and I innovation, N newness, G for globalization. So everybody will recognize coding as a very important skill for 21st century. Coding is essential for everyone. Those who understand coding can conduct their life in a confident way. As Apple CEO named Tim Cook used to say to a group of students in north of London, he saying, quote, he said, if I were a French student, I were 10 years old, I think it would be more important for me to learn coding than English. I'm not telling people not to learn English in some form, but I think you understand what I'm saying is that this is a language that you can use and express yourself to almost 7 billion people in the world. So you can see how important coding is for the digital world nowadays. I believe that understanding of coding will help to achieve of STEM. The curriculum of Thailand already has laid the quality of learner coding from grade 1 to grade 12, which I have already mentioned. So each grade will be learning what they should according to their age and their knowledge. We have also developed unplugged coding for everyone in the country to learn unplugged coding. No matter how remote you are, you can learn coding anywhere, because coding is not for unplugged coding. Young children can learn without any machine, without computer, without expensive devices. So it's easier to adapt coding system to develop program coding for their livelihood in their own environment, wherever they are. It can be community economy, like chimp place in one place in Thailand. They use coding for chimp place in Samut Songkhram, in the middle plain of Thailand. Learning coding makes you think clearly and systematically. You have learned coding in order to face with the uncertainty of the 21st century. So everybody now in Thailand are interested and wanted to learn coding. For Thailand, we as an agriculture country, so agriculture is important for most Thai people, so we also include coding for farm. Coding for farm and the courses to refine farmer to be able to design that piece, a small piece of land, to be able to earn more income for the rural sector in the remote area. This is one of the example we call refine farmer. One rai, I don't know, it's about 0.5 acre, about 0.5 acre. We will design by using coding for farm for a farmer to be able to earn about 100,000 baht per month. And Ministry of Science have 47 College of Agriculture and Technology all over the country. They will set up the model for villagers and people who live nearby the college be able to learn how to use coding for farm to raise their income and their quality of life. So, unplug coding again for small school in remote area. In Thailand, we are very similar to Indonesia. We have not as many as islands as Indonesia, but we still have problem for those who are remote and have to stand alone. So we need to pay more attention. So I've been going down to the southern part of Thailand, the 5 provinces in Thailand, and a small school in remote in the island. They get together about 8 island small school to learn coding. So this is the picture that show that they can adapt coding for their environment and culture and economy of community, which I'm very pleased to present and to inform all that we already successfully be able to have many teachers who are able to use coding to apply to their environment in each provinces of Thailand. This is a way to lay the foundation of education in Thailand. So everybody, no matter where you are, kindergarten to high school, you need to learn coding in order for you to go further. Thailand also recognizes that coding is very important. So the Thai government have created a national committee for coding in order to look after all walk of life, like labor who are out of job during COVID-19 will be able to teach them coding for labor, so they can have a systematic thinking to solve each individual problem in order to upskill, reskill, and find a new job. So this is a very urgent and important policy of Thailand. And apart from coding, we have coding for farm, coding for labor, coding for industry, coding for everything, for even housekeeper. So we will reskill, upskill the Thai people through vocational colleges of Ministry of Education and through National Committee on Coding as well. Apart from learning coding throughout the country for almost 2 years now, we will also add science, technology, innovation to the founder of education in Thailand. So coding and science technology will be founder for the next generation of students in Thailand. So thank you very much for your attention, and I hope that in the future we should be able to collaborate in the learning of coding, science, technology, especially STEM, will raise the quality of life and make you be able to face with uncertainty of changing world rapidly. Thank you very much indeed.